Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your reading. My name is Jocelyn. I am the owner of the business Nocturnal Witchcraft. Links to my website and my Patreon will be down below in the description. Today, we have the Green Witches Oracle deck, of course. We have the Tarot of the Divine deck, and we have the Moonology deck. So all three of these I'm going to use in your reading. Of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This can be your sun, moon, or rising sign, or it can be another specific placement within your birth chart that is in the sign of Cancer. So take a deep breath. Let's get into it. Starting with the Green Witches Oracle deck. I'm going to use this to get the overall energy of what's going on with the Cancer collective here. Okay, Spirit, what is the overall energy for the Cancer collective here? Oh, wow. There's a lot. Okay, get that out of the way. So we have Cup of Tea, Patience and Reassessment. We got, what's underneath that? Butterfly, Transformation, Joy, Beauty, and Transience. We have B, Community, Cooperation, and Sweetness. We have Spring, Rebuilding, Awakening, and Rebirth. And we also have, make sure I got room, we also have Salt, Protection, and Banishing Negativity. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Preserve, Security, Forethought, and Thrift. So right off the bat, I feel like you're going through a period of reevaluation on everything, but I also feel like this is more external, not so much internal. Like, I don't know if it was Gemini's reading that was like internal reevaluation. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I feel like, and this is like a soft reevaluation, a soft rebuilding. I don't get the sense that there's any intense energy here. This is very mild energy. And you're just taking your time with all of the things that are happening in your life. And you're taking the time to reevaluate each one and decide whether you want to keep it there or not. You know, when we think of the butterfly, we obviously think of transformation, but it's also slow transformation. It's a slow metamorphosis that is happening here. I mean, rebuilding, awakening, rebirth, yeah. And I also get the sense that not everything in your life is changing. Not everything within yourself, within your life, is going through a transformation period here. A lot of times when we watch these videos about transformation, it's usually this radical, fast, intense, all-encompassing transformation that affects every single little aspect of your life. That's not what's happening here. It's very slow. It's very soft. Oh, wow. That did not shuffle right. It's very soft. It's very slow. It's not very intense. And it's very well thought out. You're not just cutting people off, throwing things away, or anything like that because you feel like you want to purge this energy. There's no feeling of wanting to purge anything. It's just like, I don't really think I like that anymore. I'm just gonna change it. Or I'm just gonna drop it, you know? Okay. Let's see. Getting into the tarot deck now. What is going on with the Cancer Collective? Ooh. Wow. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. What was that card? So we have the Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups reversed, the Page of Cups, the Empress reversed, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords. And we have the Knight of Coins at the bottom of the deck there. What's underneath of that? The Sun reversed. So yeah, I feel like recently, or like your life leading up to this moment, has not been filled with the best experiences, not with the best energy, the best people, the best opportunities. And there's definitely feelings of self-hatred and keeping yourself in this prison, being very hard on yourself, being very mean towards yourself. And with the Hanged Man, I get the sense that, even with the Queen of Cups paired with it, I get the sense that you have made a lot of sacrifices for people that at the time were either warranted or a good thing, or it was treated like it was a good thing, when in reality you completely lost empathy with yourself. You completely lost the ability to recognize your own pain and to nurture yourself and take care of yourself here. With the Page of Cups and the Empress reverse, I'm pairing these two together as well. You really just, I want to say, like, you went into like other relationships, like romantic, friendship, family, whoever, whatever, very blind, like blind faith. Like, you just went into it being like, it's gonna turn out so well, everything's gonna be fine, but you ended up not taking care of yourself, not nurturing yourself, not having empathy and giving yourself some time and gratitude and rest and a break. With the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, and I think it's funny how 3 pages came out here. The page in the tarot is the one who collects the offering. The knight gives it to the queen. The queen then studies it, learns it, grows it, and the king masters it, right? So with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, I feel like I look at these 2 cards and I just hear you're finding your spark again, because you are now learning to put yourself first and truly let go of what no longer serves you. And radical change and radical transformation, intense transformation, is not really something that has ever worked well for you, I feel like. And so you're learning, like, you're learning how to do it your way, how to do it in a way where you're not going to hurt yourself, you're not going to fall into a pit of depression and sacrifice things that didn't need to be sacrificed. And with the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck there, I feel like this soft transformation is going to be helping you grow financially. This is all very slow and steady. The Knight of Coins is the slowest moving knight in the deck. But he is also the most methodical. He is also the most well-planned. So, and like the sun reverse underneath of it just shows how much success was never reached. And that's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because you gave too much of yourself. You gave too much at such a little amount of time. Like, I just feel like it's like short increments of just giving all of this energy, giving all of this time, attention, even money probably. Just giving so much of yourself and then just being burnt out for weeks, months, maybe even a year or two. Probably even multiple. The Knight of Wands and the Chariot reversed. There's a part of you that just, like, literally you just want to crash out. Quite literally. You want to be reckless, you want to be careless, you want to go out there, you want to exude all that energy, you want to be a bitch, you want to tell people off, you want to, you just want to crash out. You want to crash out. But you are going to be so much more stuck than you are now if you do so. You can crash out in private, alone, or maybe with people that you trust, but I get this sense with the Knight of Wands, you want to crash out very openly into anybody and everybody who crosses you, because you are just so, there's a part of you that is just so fed up. But at the same time, I feel like you kind of recognize that you need to be very slow about this. You need to be very methodical about this. You need to put a lot of thought and effort into this and take your time. And that being reckless is only going to hinder your growth. No matter how much you want to, you know deep down it is not in your best interest to do so. At least not on a grand scale. What else is going on? So we have the Tower reversed and the Emperor reversed. We have both the Emperor and the Empress reversed, along with the Tower reversed. Now, a lot of the times when the Tower reverse comes out, people see this as you're avoiding a transformation. And sometimes that is the case, but here I see this as this is just confirmation that you need to be very slow and you need to be very methodical about this change that you are implementing in your life. And how, like, the people you surround yourself with, how you treat others, how much you give others, things like that. That is very external. Of course, there's going to be internal parts of this transformation, but again, this is very external, and the Tower has to do with external change. It's like a complete upheaval. And so with it reverse, don't expect some radical, intense changes to be happening very soon. All of these little adjustments that you make are going to build up over time, and over time you are going to see a much bigger difference than you would if you were to just crash out and change everything right here, right now. How fast you obtain something is exactly how long you are going to keep it in your life, in your possession. So, for example, if you, I don't know, mow somebody's lawn and they pay you $300 right then and there, that $300 is going to last probably as long as it took you to get it. Not all the time, but that's just an example. If you decide that you want to quit smoking right here, right now, and you don't wean yourself off of cigarettes or maybe something else, and you don't allow yourself to make that transition, you just do it, you not smoking is going to last just as long as it took for you to quit it. Some people can do it cold turkey, but it's not really realistic, especially for you. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. That doesn't mean that you're slow. It just means that you need more care and you need more attention to be put into yourself and in your life. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. With the Emperor reversed, I just feel like there has been a serious lack of structure, a serious lack of foundation, a serious lack of direction, which is another reason why all of this is coming up. You might be finding your path here as well. Part of this slow metamorphosis is to help find your path. Some of you might be wanting to reconnect to spirit, and you want to kind of get rid of anything in your physical life on the external part before you take the time to work inwards. You want to make sure that you're not going to be distracted when it's time for you to do that introspection. We have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You faced a lot of conflict, you faced a lot of backlash, you faced a lot of individuals who just did not really care about you, care about your plans, care about your feelings. The Two of Wands was right underneath of it. You have people who didn't like your decisions, didn't approve of them, as if you needed their approval. Spirit is saying it's now time to put yourself and your happiness first. There's heavy people-pleasing tendencies here. You might be surrounded by, or have been surrounded by, a lot of emotionally manipulative individuals, a lot of people who just took advantage of you because of how kind and how big your heart is and how much you just want to give to others. Giving to others is not the problem here. It's the fact that you neglected yourself in order to give to others. And I feel like you've recognized that, and you're now starting to make some changes here. Let's see. Wow. I can't do what card that was. It flipped over when it came out. So we have the Knight of Coins coming out here. We also have the 10 of Coins reversed coming out with it. Then we have the 4 of Swords. And we have the Hermit reversed. At the bottom of the deck, we have the World. And underneath of it, the 6 of Coins reversed. Yeah, okay. Let me split that. No, I'll wait to split the deck. So, Knight of Coins reversed. Knight of Coins, it's not reversed. What am I talking about? The Knight of Coins is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this coming out, again, is just confirmation of what I said there. Being slow, being methodical, planning this out. Not setting expectations, but planning everything out in a way to where if something falls off course or something like a blockage or an obstacle happens, a fork in the road, it's not going to completely ruin your plans and ruin what you have been wanting. Sorry, my cats are fighting with each other, as they do on a daily basis. I am so jealous of people who have cats who get along. Like, they play sometimes, but not all the time. Anyways, so yeah. Slow, methodical planning. Sorry, you might hear hissing and stuff in the back. It usually doesn't last too long unless like one of them's in a mood and then I have to separate them. So let's hope it doesn't get to that point. Anyways, the 10 of Coins reversed. So with the 10 of Coins upright, this is usually financial stability, inheritance, a stable family structure. With it reversed, I feel like this might be alluding to your past, potentially. And this doesn't have to be your childhood. It can be any point in your life in the past where you have experienced instability, imbalance, and a faulty family structure. And this is what caused you to feel trapped, caused you to feel stuck. And I'm looking at the Chariot reversed here. You know what feeling stuck looks like. You know what feeling trapped feels like. You know what it's like to just, I want to say, be hopeless. That sounds so, it's like sad, but like you've gone through some really intense shit. And the Hermit reverse here just further proves the whole giving yourself out until you can't anymore. Just giving yourself away to other people so they're happy, and completely forgetting about yourself, completely forgetting to sit with yourself at the end of the day and being like, okay, how am I doing? Have I eaten today? Have I showered today? When was the last time I brushed my teeth? Like that type of intense energy here. The World at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is Spirit's promise to you. The World. Fulfillment, recognition, cooperation, just true like happiness and fulfillment, and just comfortability as well. Spirit's saying you've been through so much. Some of it, maybe even a lot of it, you've put yourself through. But you learned some very valuable lessons, and you have experience that makes you so much wiser than you believe. And if I get the sense, since Cancer does have to do with the family, I think it's number 4, the fourth or fifth house that has to do with family. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I get the sense that you are someone who really wants a family, someone who wants to settle down and have kids, or maybe just settle down with somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean marriage or kids. It can be like animals or something like that. You just want to find your little piece of happiness. You want to find your place in the world that is cozy and nice and settled and peaceful. And the world is Spirit promising that. This is Spirit's promise to you. With the 6 of Coins reversed right underneath of it, I think that is confirmation that you need to stop giving yourself out to people when you are not in a position to be doing so. You need to preserve your energy, preserve your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, everything, when you are not in a position to give them out. Okay. Now let's split the deck. The Moon. What is Cancer ruled by? The Moon. This is you. This right here is you. Okay. The Moon also signifies things coming to light, or like, well, not things coming to light, things that are hidden. The Moon reverse signifies not enlightenment, but illumination, the truth. But with the Moon upright, you need to focus on yourself so you can discover what is hidden beneath the surface. So you can discover and make room for your shadow self. Like I said earlier, this slow transformation right now is about looking at your external life and fixing what you don't like in it. So then you now have an environment where you can then comfortably look within yourself and focus on yourself inwardly. Okay. Some people say you need to change yourself before you change your life. Sometimes that doesn't always work. Sometimes we need to fix what is going on the outside before we try and fix what's going on the inside. Because sometimes what's happening on the outside limits us and prevents us from the self-reflection, from the introspection. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's jobs, sometimes it's environments, sometimes it's something else. Let me move this so I have some room here. Okay, get into the Moonology deck. What advice and or messages do you have for the Cancer collective spirit? Shit. Oh my God. Okay. So we have surrender to the divine, full moon. Like I said, I mentioned that there is a part of you in this collective that your goal is to connect to spirit, and to connect to spirit is to connect with yourself. Because you are spirit, we are the universe, at different levels, at different forms. We also have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. We have you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. We have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. And a new romantic cycle begins. Full moon in Libra. New moon in Libra. At the bottom of the deck, we have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Sorry, I'm hearing like weird ass noises. Someone across the hall, in the apartment across the hall from me, is moving in, and I've been hearing all sorts of fucking noises as they're moving in. I don't know. I like, it makes me question, like, damn, were we like this loud and disruptive when we were moving in? God. Anyways, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon, which is right underneath the win-win outcome is forecast. Splitting the deck. What do you need to release? Waning moon. Your commitment to yourself is being tested. For sure. Your commitment to how badly you want to change, grow, and evolve is being tested. When I look at you're very close to achieving your goal card, the gibbous moon, I don't really see this as you're very close to achieving the end goal. I see this as you're very close to achieving what you have been striving for, which is the transformation. You are starting to make the steps. You're starting to take care of yourself. You're updating your routines. You're evaluating everybody around you. You're thinking more about how you interact with people and what you say to people, how much you give to people. You're reevaluating maybe your job and maybe looking for others. Like, you're starting to take steps. And once the transformation happens, which I kind of feel like it's already started, once the transformation is happening, you're achieving goal after goal after goal after goal, no matter how small or how insignificant they may seem to be. Because again, they build up over time, and when you look back in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, who knows? When you look back at all that time and you see all of the little things that you accomplished, you're like, damn, I fucking did it. And now I get to enjoy the rest of my life having done the work and spent that time reevaluating everything around me and then myself and going after the things that I desire. I also saw a comment on a YouTube video right before I started recording this, and it was someone saying, never make decisions based off of what you fear. Always make decisions based on what you desire. A lot of times when we have people-pleasing tendencies, it's because there's a fear of abandonment. Don't make decisions because you are afraid of people leaving you or abandoning you. You're never going to lose somebody who was meant to stay in your life forever. I'll let you all sit with that for a second. Okay. Your whole life is about to experience a very, very vital transition. And it's all your responsibility. You are in charge of your life. You are in charge of yourself. You are in charge of your thoughts, your words, your actions, who you let in, who you don't let in, what you give and what you don't give, okay? But Spirit is there to help guide you. Spirit is there to help give you advice, give you some energy, give you some motivation or inspiration. Just ask. Don't be afraid to ask your spirit guides. Don't be afraid to ask God, the universe, source, creator, whatever you want to call it. I prefer spirit. Don't be afraid to reach out and just ask for that guidance, especially your higher self as well. Because your higher self has been through all of this. Your higher self knows exactly how you feel because it is literally your higher self. There also might be moments where you feel very intense, where you feel moments of, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? You might cut some people out that you're very hesitant to cut out. You're like, oh my God, should I have cut them out? Yes. Yes. If you have to question whether or not they are supposed to be in your life, that's a pretty good indicator that they're not. It's not always the case. Sometimes we just need breaks from people. Sometimes we need time apart from people so we can both work on ourselves and then come back together and be better for one another and ourselves. But a lot of times, if you have dealt with somebody who is very intense, very in your face, draining your energy, maybe you have a lot of those people-pleasing tendencies around them. Maybe you feel like you're walking on eggshells. I feel like that, the eggshells, how one's literally broken. You might feel like you have to walk on eggshells around this person. It might be a sign to just let them go. Either way, I just heard I won't be able to forgive myself if I don't see this through. And that might be where you're at right now, Cancer. You owe it to yourself to evolve and live a stable, secure, abundant, fulfilling life. Don't get in your own way. And don't let others get in your way. Okay? Okay. Well, that will conclude your reading, Cancer. If it resonated and you would like a personal reading to go a little bit more in depth about your personal situation, again, links to my website and my Patreon down below in the description. I offer all sorts of readings. I got flash readings. I got mediumship readings, relationship readings, general readings, all of that. So, yeah. Other than that, I will see you in another video, maybe in another zodiac sign, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.